6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. Fuel prices reduced from tonight. The first reading of the appropriation bill for the year 2023 is scheduled to be presented tomorrow. The Prime Minister says under the Rural Economic Revival Programme, villagers were empowered. 3 Sri Lankan hotels nominated as world's top hotels. 42 students of Bogaswava College in Vaunia admitted to the hospital following a wasp attack. Foreign news, Russia hits the Ukrainian capital with a wave of drones. Sports, Lanka Premier League from December 6th to the 23rd. News in detail. Power and Energy Minister Kanchana Wijesekara says the price of octane 92 petrol will be reduced by 40 rupees per litre and the price of auto diesel by 15 rupees from 9 p.m. today. He said in a Twitter post that the new price of octane 92 petrol will be 370 rupees per litre and auto diesel 415 rupees per litre. He said prices of other petroleum products will remain unchanged. The first reading of the appropriation bill for the year 2023 is scheduled to be presented tomorrow. This was decided at the Committee on Parliamentary Business held previously under the chairmanship of Speaker Mahinda Yapa Abewardena. From 18th to the 21st, time is allotted from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. for questions for oral answers. It was decided to hold the debate on the second reading of the Petroleum Products Special Provisions Amendment Bill from 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow. The Secretary-General said time has been allotted from 5 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. for the motion at the adjournment time brought in by the government. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena says under the Rural Economic Revival Programme, villagers were empowered. He said villagers will be able to contribute to solve the national crisis through the programme. He said steps should be taken to reduce the pressure on the people. The Prime Minister pointed out it's important to revival committees to meet once a week. He said the main programme of the government at present is food production. The Prime Minister added that all district secretariats, divisional secretariats and Grama Seva divisions should take part in the programme. Traveller Australia, the travel section of the 2 top Australian newspapers, Sydney Morning Herald and the Melbourne Age, included 3 Sri Lankan hotels in its annual roundup, the best of the best, world's top hotels. Ceylon Tea Trails, Wild Coast Tented Lodge and Cape Valligama were nominated in multiple categories. Cape Valligama's Smiling Moon Pool was awarded the world's best pool with a comment that might be the most photogenic pool in the world. The iconic Cape Valligama image was even the cover image on the Traveller website. 42 students of Bogaswava College in Vaunia have been admitted to the hospital this morning following a wasp attack. Parents said the attack occurred after a wasp's nest, which was on the tree near the school building, was disturbed. The students who were attacked by the wasps were admitted to Vaunia Hospital. The Archbishop of Colombo, His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith, has asked to suspend Christmas celebrations, including banning of decorations this year. Speaking during a religious service held to mark the 75th Jubilee of St. Teresa's Church Batapattala, Nigambo, Cardinal Ranjith said Christmas this year should be confined to feed the hungry. He said one must not waste funds on decorating churches and other places this Christmas, considering the situation of the country. The Cardinal said the only thing that should be done during Christmas this year is to provide a meal to the poor. Dr. Vijaydas Rajpaksha says files of 1,429 missing persons during war period have been completed. The government has expedited the process of investigations on missing persons. Action has been taken to increase the compensation from 100,000 rupees to 200,000 rupees. Minister stated this while participating at a media briefing held at the Ministry of Justice. He further noted allegations on Valley Kada prison's cleanliness are false. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The management of the Peradeniya University says they have not decided on the date of opening of the arts faculty so far. The faculty has been closed for about 3 weeks due to ragging. The management said until the student unions give a written assurance of stopping ragging, the faculty will not be opened. The student unions have held discussions and come to an agreement, but no written assurance has been given so far. The police special task force has arrested a suspect who aided and abetted shooting at Ahungalla on the 12th. The suspect is 412 years. The suspect is 41 years old and a resident of Meghatan area. Meanwhile, the STF has arrested 3 suspects who had 278 narcotic pills in their possession. They are residents of Elali area. In a separate incident, the STF has taken into custody a suspect with over 2 kilograms of Kerala cannabis in Negombo. The 41-year-old suspect is a resident of Negombo, the Himalvatta Road. The raids were conducted on the orders of STF Commander Waruna Jayasundara. The Director of Hydrology and Disaster Management Unit, Department of Irrigation Engineer SPC Sugeshwara says water level of rivers reached spill levels in receding after heavy rains. Flood situation in Bulat Sinhala, Kudaganga area still prevails. According to weather forecast, rains will increase in the next few days. Mr. Sugeshwara further noted that people living in low-lying areas of Kalani, Kalu, Ging and Nilvala rivers should remain vigilant. Senior scientist of National Building Research Organisation, Dr. Vasantha Senadira, said red alert issued for some areas of Ratnapura and Nuwara district has been removed. And that ends local news for now.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The Paris Club, an informal group of 22 official creditor nations, has assured its fullest support for Sri Lanka to overcome the current debt crisis. The assurance was given by the co-chairman of the Paris Club, William Roos, in a meeting held with the State Minister of Finance, Shahan Semasinghe, in Washington during IMF World Bank annual meetings. State Minister Semasinghe said in a tweet, Mr. Roos assured the Paris Club's fullest support for Sri Lanka's ongoing effort to find an early resolution to its debt crisis. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
On to Watchlight. Sri Lanka is among the top 12 safest countries to travel in the world according to an online travel community platform known as worldpackers.com. In this list, Sri Lanka is ranked 12th while Iceland, Switzerland and Denmark are ranked the top 3 safest countries to travel. New Zealand, Canada, Spain, Portugal, Ireland, Japan, Finland and Austria are the other countries ranked above Sri Lanka. And that was Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
We give you the strength to rise higher and higher.
Never step back, but always march forward.
Empowering you to reach greater heights. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines. Russia hits the Ukrainian capital with a wave of drones. Japan investigates religious group linked to Abe killing. And President Erdogan criticized over destiny comments. World News in detail. Mayor Vitaly Klitschko says Russia has hit the Ukrainian capital Kyiv with a wave of Iranian-made kamikaze drones, killing at least one person. A Ukrainian Air Force official, Alexander Senkovich, said 3 drones ignited the tanks in Mykolaiv last evening, hours before the attack in Kyiv. The city reverberated to the rattle of gunfire as anti-aircraft batteries frantically tried to shoot them down. Japan's Prime Minister has ordered an inquiry into the Unification Church, a religious group that has come under the spotlight after the assassination of former leader Shinzo Abe. The man accused of killing him said the church had bankrupted his mother and blamed Abe for allegedly promoting it. Scrutiny of the religious sect in the weeks following then revealed it had ties with many government lawmakers. Turkey's president has been criticized for linking the deaths of 41 minors in an explosion to destiny, saying such accidents will always be. Recep Tayyip Erdogan's comments triggered protests in Istanbul, with some describing the accident in northern Turkey as a massacre. Relatives of the dead claim they report being able to smell gas for more than a week. Friday's blast at the facility on the Black Sea also left 28 injured. Back to the headlines of the world news. Russia hits the Ukrainian capital with a wave of drones. Japan investigates religious group linked to Abe killing. And President Erdogan criticized over destiny comments. That ends world news.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
Amidst all challenges, we will rally around you and advance.
In the face of hardships, let's stand strong together.
Empowering you to reach greater heights. People's Listening, the trusted leader.
And in development news, many programs are being implemented through the Palmyra Development Board to uplift more than 12,000 people involved in the Palmyra industry in the northern province. Minister Dr. Ramesh Patrana said this at the opening of the new building constructed by the Palmyra Development Board at the premises of the Palmyra Research Institute in Jaffna. He said that Palmyra Development Board and the Palmyra Research Institute are jointly implementing many programs to elevate the Palmyra industry to a higher commercial level. And that was development news.
Sports News is brought to you by
With many values that bind us beyond the transaction, we are Sampath Bank. We present your future.
First cricket news. Sri Lanka Cricket will conduct the third edition of the Lanka Premier League from December 6th to the 23rd. The 5 teams, Jaffna, Galle, Kandy, Dambulla and Colombo, once again will battle out in this tournament. The tournament will kick off with matches played at Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium in Hambantota and then move to Pallekele Stadium before shifting to R. Premdas International Stadium in Colombo to play the last leg of the first round matches of the tournament, including the eliminate round and the finals. The grand finale will be played on December 23rd. Diving news. Royal College and Bishop's College won the boys and girls overall title respectively at the 46th National Age Group Diving Championships, which concluded at the Sughdadasa Stadium Swimming Complex in Colombo yesterday. Royal completely dominated the 3-day meet and were well ahead in the overall competition as they accumulated 223 points to emerge undisputed champions. Meanwhile, Bishop's College took major honours in the Girls' Championship as they finished well ahead with a tally of 143 points. And that was sports news.
A special interest rate of 15% on savings certificates opened in October. Prarthana for children, Prarthana Plus for adults. NSB Prarthana, your dreams realized.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Envoy will be expanding into Middle East with the upcoming opening of the Envoy Dubai showroom in Festival Mall in Dubai on Saturday. This is the second international branch of Envoy, which also has the Envoy London outlet in Kensington High Street in the UK. Envoy is a premium brand that is on par with international luxury clothing and is yet affordable. And that was business news.
Business News, sponsored by
When I grow up, I'll fly to the moon somehow.
Envision your future now. NSB Prarthana will show you the path to your dreams. This thrift month, open a savings certificate. It's a long-term investment on your future with great returns. A special interest rate of 15% on savings certificates opened in October. Prarthana for children, Prarthana Plus for adults. NSB Prarthana, your dreams realized.
Economic News, courtesy of
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
And on economic news, the Securities and Exchange Commission has called on the public to provide their insight into a proposed crowdfunding regulatory framework for Sri Lanka. Interested parties have been asked to submit their draft frameworks by October 21st to the SEC. The equity crowdfunding rules shall facilitate social lending, donation, reward crowdfunding, peer-to-peer lending, and debt or equity crowdfunding solutions. And that was economic news.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
On the weather report, the Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the western, Sabaragamuwa, central and northwestern provinces and in Galle and Mauthara districts. Fairly heavy showers above 75 millimeters can be expected at some places in the western, Sabaragamuwa and central provinces and in Galle and Mauthara districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur elsewhere over the island during the afternoon or night. That was the weather report, and to conclude this news broadcast, the headlines again. Fuel prices reduced from tonight. The first reading of the appropriation bill for the year 2023 is scheduled to be presented tomorrow. The Prime Minister says under the Rural Economic Revival Programme, villagers were empowered. 3 Sri Lankan hotels nominated as world's top hotels. 42 students of Bogaswell College in Vaunia admitted to the hospital following a wasp attack. Foreign news, Russia hits the Ukrainian capital with a wave of drones. Sports, Lanka Premier League from December 6th to the 23rd. And with that, we end this news broadcast from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.